The studio lights glow warmly as the audience settles into their seats, buzzing with excitement. The host introduces a guest whose presence immediately commands attention, a congressman known for refusing to back down, no matter how intense the political storms around him become. His reputation was built on speaking boldly, standing firm, and refusing to be intimidated into silence. As he sits down, the applause rolls on, and a compelling conversation begins. The host jokingly mentions that certain powerful people might not be thrilled about him making an appearance tonight. The congressman grins, the expression of someone who has long since stopped worrying about who approves of him. He is used to criticism from people in power who dislike the fact that he continues to push for transparency. He explains that for years, he has fought to ensure that everyday citizens learn what their leaders are doing, especially when it comes to decisions that shape justice, fairness, and trust. Recently, he joined a bipartisan vote that demanded the release of sensitive files connected to a major criminal case that has captured global curiosity. While he doubts they will be fully released anytime soon, he says that his skepticism comes not from certainty of guilt, but from watching too many investigations become buried under political pressure and strategic avoidance. As the discussion deepens, the congressman goes on to say that, despite how divided politics seems, there are moments when unlikely alliances form. Sometimes even those with very different political identities can come together when the issue reaches beyond party lines and affects ordinary families. One colleague in particular, known for a bold personality and unpredictable positions, has supported reforms designed to lower living costs and improve access to essential services. While he often disagrees with her style, he is quick to point out that progress sometimes requires setting aside differences to build temporary coalitions. If working with someone unexpectedly helps improve the lives of families, then he is willing to make room under the tent. He reflects on how some leaders try to divide people, picking off critics one at a time and pressuring them into silence. The only way to resist, he argues, is to stand together and refuse to shrink away. When representatives show unity, they become too powerful to isolate. He believes that public opinion, when loud enough, can move mountains. When everyday citizens demand accountability, politicians listen. The momentum of the public can force new investigations, keep conversations alive, and encourage institutions to act more openly. When the host asks whether it is possible that the individuals in these files did nothing wrong at all, the congressman pauses thoughtfully. He shares memories from his past career as a prosecutor, where he often told juries that actions sometimes reveal more than words. He clarifies that he is not accusing anyone directly, but that leaders must behave in ways that build confidence rather than encourage suspicion. Public trust is fragile, and the only way to strengthen it is through openness, honesty, and a willingness to be examined like anyone else. The tone shifts as the conversation becomes more personal. The congressman reveals that he recently lost his mother to a serious illness, and the grief is still fresh. This loss gives him an even stronger motivation to protect funding for vital research. He believes that budgets made by the government are not simply financial plans, they are moral statements. When money is taken away from scientific progress, families lose hope, dreams stall, and lives that could have been saved are put at risk. He wants to ensure that important medical research is not sacrificed for political battles no one benefits from. He then speaks passionately about his home state, one of the largest and most influential economies in the world. Yet despite its wealth, many of its residents face unbearable living costs. Families work hard, but many feel constantly stretched. He wants a state where wages allow people to flourish, where prices do not crush ambition, and where opportunity does not require moving elsewhere. After serving as a city official, a prosecutor, and a congressman, he feels ready to bring that fight home. And so, he announces that he is running for governor. The audience erupts in applause. The host teases him about his carefully trimmed beard, suggesting that if he wants to become governor, he might need to decide whether to grow it dramatically or shave it entirely. The congressman laughs, taking the joke in stride. As the segment ends, the camera pans outward. The audience has watched not just a politician, but a person, passionate, driven, hopeful, prepared to fight for the people he serves. Viewers leave inspired, reminded that leadership is not about standing alone, but standing up.